Hey guys, welcome to my Go Lava episode. Also a GoWiWiPe episode as well. Probably gonna cover two, maybe three. Actually, I think I'm gonna cover three attacks here. Possibly four if I have time to fit it in. I don't want this video to go more than 10 minutes. So let's get straight to it, guys. I'm gonna cover a couple of my raids because I didn't do well. That shit pisses me off. So let's go see what I did here. All right, so here's one of them. I think this is my second attack. My king is down. I scouted the base. In fact, let me just go to the scout area here, so you can see what I was thinking about doing. Basically, I had a plan of dropping a golem here with a wizard and a P.E.K.K.A. The object was for them to kind of go around the base and hopefully even make their way down all the way through here. That's what, in theory, right? That's theory. Unfortunately, I forgot to drop the wizard, and the reason why I wanted to take care of that is because my entry point was here, and I wanted to drop two more golems here. My jump spell was going to be right around in this area, okay, with the object of getting stuff into not only here for the expo, but also inside of the clan castle. So I figured if I get it right here, I could get all these four spaces covered with skeletons and wizards, and they can also get to this clan castle right here. So I missed that spell, and that really hurt me. And I ended up 49%, but I still got the T-Haul. It just really pissed me off because especially when you're going for a 2-star in a base like this, you got to be able to get a 2-star. So I could have maybe sacrificed another troop somehow, some way to get an easy star somewhere, but it just didn't happen. So it is what it is. But now I'm sure if I had a king, I wouldn't be so upset. I'm not happy that I didn't come through, but still. So let's just go ahead and watch the replay. You can see what happened. Alright. Is this one mine or that's someone else's? Hold on, that's not mine. I want mine. My failed attack. Here we go. It's only a 1-star. To me, that's a major fail. So here we go. 2x mode here. Okay, just clearing some buildings. That's all I'm doing. I dropped here, but I forgot to send a freaking wizard there. So now I got all these golems over here and none over here backing up to protect my wizards, to protect my witches. If I had another golem here, you'll see over here this guy go down. It would just be much better. And this jump spell did not cover this quad zone. You see, it only covered the entry. So I didn't get troops funneling into where I really wanted them to. I was able to get the queen where I wanted her, so she was able to at least get that. But this expo went to town, and I think that really hurt everything. I was so pissed off. I was like, let me rage this P.E.K.K.A. And it just didn't do him enough. If I maybe move the spell a little bit more left, he probably gets one more building, and I get the 2-star. But that's pretty much what ended up happening, man. That just goes and shows the importance of how when you dropping spells, man. It's really important because I needed these golems inside, not outside. I needed one golem outside, but for 2 of them to go outside, that's ridiculous. So that's really what doomed the raid. So even though I had a mental picture, a mental whatever, I just lost my train of thought. But I had a plan to do it. I just forgot to do it for X or Y reasons. Who knows? All right, so that was one, guy. So keep that in mind, man. When you have a plan, maybe write it down or something like that. That way you don't forget. So that ended up happening to me there. Bad, missing the wizard, not dropping the jump spell right where it needed to be. Maybe I should have zoomed in a little bit more to make sure I pinpointed the spot, because I do play on a phone. Let's see here. Then what else did I try? I think I also went after 5. Yeah, I went after 5. So let's go take a look, see if I can find another one here. Yeah, this is my first raid that I did, and this was the first time going with the GoLava. Now I like the GoLava because you'll see that the leader, he likes using this strategy. But here, let me scout this base because I want to show you something. Basically why this is going to be a tough base to LavaLoon. and it has to do with the positioning of his air defenses. So he's got an air defense there, but he's got 3 different defenses here. And when you drop your loons, they go after everything around it, you know, except that, you know. So that's basically what ends up happening. Same thing over here. It's going to go after this, going to go after this. Your loons are going to target everything except that air defense. You know, this one obviously I was able to take down myself. Being that this air sweeper was facing this direction, I decided to come from here. I was torn between coming from here though, simply because if you look here, there's not much to shoot at the air except these 2 things, right? And you know, a measly little whiz tower, which isn't gonna do much, and an expo. All right, yeah, this little archer tower here, but that's not anything major. That's not much. If you look over here though, I've got 1, 2, 3 different things, plus the air defenses, plus the expo. Here I only have this with the 2 and that, so I just felt like there was more firepower down here, and so I didn't want the hounds to pop so soon, and so I figured if I go from this side, they won't pop so soon, and I can rage late in the attack. Since I went from this side, I was still hoping I can rage late, and unfortunately, those lavas, they popped quick. And that really just ruined the whole raid because the loons were still catching up on other things. So, you know, just the timing of it all is so crucial. I would keep that in mind, you know, when you've got so many buildings surrounding that air defense that the loons get distracted and they're so slow that it's probably best then to rage immediately. Or in certain areas, like maybe this zone right here, maybe like something like here, where I can cover kind of loons that are hitting this area and loons that are hitting this area. That way they kind of all rage this zone up and get the air defenses down quicker. That's the only other thing I look back now and seeing how fast it went down, which I'll keep in mind for the future when I see something like this. But that's what ended up happening. So is this one? No, this is someone else's. Alright, so let's go watch what happened to mine, and basically that's what happened, guys. I already explained it, but now you can see it. Use 2 golems, alright, here. Here's my jump spell. Now, I did not want my wizards or anything, you know, getting distracted with those archer towers and stuff. I really wanted them to get the queen and get the air defense, so that's why I purposefully simply dropped that jump spell like that, because I knew my wizards can reach the other buildings anyway. So that was the idea. Of course, the lightning spell, the clan castle, I almost got them all there. I think I had a couple wizards, or maybe 1 wizard. Yeah, there was like 2 wizards left and a witch, but my queen was able to do it. The air defense that was there had already gone down, and here I go. Now notice the loons were supposed to target that, but it really didn't work. They really went elsewhere first, and look how fast it went down. Boom, boom. The next thing I'm gonna talk about here, which I'll cover here. See, if I could have put that spell maybe a little bit further bottom left, maybe it would have been better. It was just too late. The spell was too late, too little, too late. No good. Look back now, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Hindsight is 20/20 in this shit. Alright, so I'm gonna pause right here and I'm gonna do something else here, just to highlight something. Another thing that I learned about this. This air defense is covering this air defense. So the moment I drop a lava to this air defense here, this one's also going to be hitting it at the same time, which makes the lava pop that much sooner. So without realizing that, I should have dropped 2 lavas at the same time at both air defenses, or maybe because the loons don't are going to be coming from out here. The air defenses don't come into reach until here, as you see the boundaries. So I should have maybe just dropped some. In retrospect, that would have come from this side. Now seeing how it all played out, and I see that the other way I was thinking was probably better. Drop the loons first. Once they come in range, just before they come in range, drop the lavas. Drop them both at the same time. That way, each air defense is targeting 1 lava. Okay. that's what it is, guys. I'm coming up the 10-minute mark. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video here for editing, and then I'll be right back. Okay, there you go. So, you know, that's why it's key, guys. That's why I think it really hurt me, because, you know, even with this one, notice this one's not covering this one. So, you know, this one actually lasted a decent amount, even though I had quite a few things to shoot at. I think I had, you know, 1, 2 plus a Tesla, and you know, it's a high level air defense there. So, you know, just things that you got to keep in mind here. Still, Loon's gonna get distracted with all this stuff first, so I got to keep that in mind. But most definitely, it had to do with these overlapping air defenses. So when you see that, I would drop Loons first, as long as they're not going to get fired upon too quickly. In this case, that wouldn't have happened since I've got cannons and mortars. So these air defenses, I could have dropped Loons, and you know, when they're covering or hovering just over the camp, for example, or in this case, once they're maybe going through, you know, if I'm going to drop on this side so that they can take out that cannon, maybe right by the elix, boom, drop a hound right here, or right in this little spot between the gold mine and the barracks to go straight for that air defense, and then drop my Loons in very quickly. That's how I would have approached it differently, and sweep the base from here to here, and then work my way this way and see how that works out. Maybe I would have only had to have raged here by where like the clan castle is, or where this area is, and then I can probably use my second rage once they reach this side of the base. Maybe where this whole empty space here, where there might be some double giant bombs and stuff. That way they can quickly get to this archer tower, these 2 archer towers and the whiz tower. That's the only thing that I can imagine, guys, that you know, if I would have done it differently, that's how I would have done it. That was one of my plans, but for some reason, once I saw that air sweeper, I felt like that would have been better. In retrospect, looking at it, you know, I still think I could have done it the other way, and it would have been better. I think I could have maybe even just 2-starred had it not 3-starred, because maybe my lava pops would have popped later in the attack, where my Loons have already taken down some stuff, so they would just be working on buildings, and then maybe if my Loons were to make it past this T-Hall heading towards this stuff here, I think by that time I'll have enough pups to at least get to the T-Hall and at least bring a 2-star to the clan. So, you know, just something to keep in mind: overlapping air defenses, and when you're running into an air defense with so many things around it, you know, it's going to take a while for the Loons to hit it, so maybe you're going to have to rage sooner rather than later. And if that's the case, then maybe GoLavaLoon isn't the right attack. Alright, so that's that. In fact, you know, Hero had a really nice attack. I should cover his. Let me see what else here, guys. Here's a base, 3-starred by our leader, and I'll go ahead and cover this one. Because it is a 3-star. I'm going to pause here. In fact, let me scout this base for you guys, because I'm going to show the difference in the layout of the base and why this one was more friendly. Number one, you're going to see like 2 things. I mean, this air defense is right behind the archer tower, and same thing here. So not as many buildings surrounding. Like the other guy, he had, you know, like an something here, something here, something here, a lot of things around it. And he was smart about it. In this case here, you know, he doesn't really do that as effectively, at least with these 2. These 2 are a little bit more protected, but then again, he put his expos on ground. Was this the one that was on ground? Oh no, I think it was 4. Yeah, this one's air and ground. So still, this is a friendlier base when it's coming to a GoLavaLoon, and you'll see that the lavas are going to last longer, and that's what you want. Again, he brings the 2 golems. He's looking for some percentage points here, guys. That's what he's doing. And then down here, he is shaping the base. Okay, he wants to target the queen, but he doesn't. He only has a certain number of whiz, so he doesn't want the wizards just meandering around the base. All right, he's got to get that queen down. All right, so now he's kind of just like I hate to do with the giants. He's doing the same thing. Now here he messes up the jump spell. We have to buy a little bit in clan. But, you know, it ended up not even hampering him, you know, thank God, because he was still able to 3-star the base. They were able to finally get to the wall because of the whiz and the explosion of the golems there. So once they got through that wall, you know, finally, you know, he can go to town. Actually, the queen is the one that took care of his queen took care of the archer queen. His queen took down the air defense. Now all he's got to do is get that whole clan castle to get into nice one spot, and then boom, 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 boom. He launches, and then now he's got his hounds. They're focusing on the golem already, which is kind of cool. So that gives his hounds more time to last, which is cool. Notice he goes straight here. He's got loons coming from the side. He's gonna go ahead and rage. He's got now 3 lavas all in one part there. I think one of them's finally gonna pop now. Yep, there it goes. He still has 2 lavas left. You notice that they're lasting. Finally it goes down, but he's got no loons to back it up, so those are gonna go down quickly, which kind of sucks. And he's got 1 last hound, but unfortunately I don't think this guy even pops. Would have been better because you can clean the base so much easier when it does pop. But it ended up working. Now you saw the difference though, guys, in how the loon just didn't last. I'll go ahead and just speed it up because the rest is just cleanup, and I'll show you that, you know, in fact he did 3-star. And then I'm gonna go ahead and show you another raid he did. I think he raided another base, and same thing. In fact, I think he even raided number 5. Let me see which was the one that he did. Yeah, he went after number 5 just like I did. So let's see if we can find that one, and you'll see it was a tough one. Yeah, here it is. It's actually the first one. Really, really tough because he encountered the same mistake. You know, he approached a little bit differently. He spread his golems. He again funneled his wizards to get his king and his queen right to that queen. His king is pretty much did it all of it in this instance. He lightning spells all over again, which is enough. And let's go ahead and pause here. Now there he goes with the lava, but look at all his defenses that these loons have. Now he goes ahead and he gets worried, so he sends another lava at it because he knows one of them's gonna pop pretty soon. And there it is. It pops. He's gonna do the same thing here. Send in his loons, but they got just so much defense. The only thing he can do is rage now, basically. If you look at it, because that other air defense is hitting. So just one of these things that you just gotta scout, and it's tough. But now, with the hindsight, being 2020, you just learn from these things, and then you scout for overlapping air defenses and scout for air defenses that are just deeply covered. And of course he just used his minions. Might as well get some extra percentage points, huh? So that's what ended up happening there. Since we got got 2 minutes here, let's go ahead and give Hero some props, because this is like a flawless type of attack. I mean, basically he's got the 5 spells, but everything else, guys, is still T-Hall 9 for him. The number of troops, and that's it. Even there he goes. He goes in. He's got the jump spell. He's using his king already. He's got his wizards, eliminating some buildings. You got to use 2 golems, guys. Really, it's more effective simply because you really, you got a queen, you got a clan castle, and everything else aiming right at that stuff there. He doesn't lightning spell. He decides to keep it as is and uses his heroes and his wizards to take it down. He's already got the air defense down, which is good. In fact, I even think she ends up taking down the Expo and everything. He did not use the Queen's ability, which just sucks. But this one was one that was a lot easier, you see, for the loons to get to the air defense, because there's not much in the way, and that is extremely crucial. Also, that extra spell was really important, extremely important, in healing up his troops just one last time. And he's even got a nice little rage left. Boom. Could have placed a little bit better because he's got all these defenses here. So this is where he theoretically should have probably placed it, so that it would go through all that. But you'll see it ends up working out, because watch his lava pop just at the right time. It's so perfect. Watch this, man. This is so cool. I'm gonna fast forward. And so right there, it's gonna pop just at the right time, right when the loons are coming, and everything surrounds it, and that kind of helps him clean up the base, obviously. So probably get himself another 6 or 7 lavas, and now I can fast forward. All getting up on the T-Hall perfectly. At least securing the 2-star. And then they go to town, hopefully securing the whole 4-star. And in fact, I mean, I think he only had maybe 5-10 seconds left anyway, so that just goes to show how important that last lava popping was. Which is why it was just epic. So really good raid there, and that's in action. But if you scout that base, you'll see, you know, number one, that, you know, having that extra spell was important, and just being able to have these air defenses, you know, it really wasn't that kept away. And notice this air defense doesn't cover that one. This one covers this one. This one covers this one up just a little bit, but this one doesn't, and that really does make a difference. So, you know, and obviously this one wasn't in play. So really worked out, man. And when he launches this one, he only has to worry about this and I think a Tesla pops. So it really gets to that quickly. From here, he's got, you know, 1, 2, but it's pretty much going to go here after. It's not going to go here because this is right behind it. Here, same thing. It's going to go from here. I think, if I remember correctly, I don't know if there was something right here, but you know, they were able to get to those air defenses pretty quick, and that's important, guys. When they're deep buried in that building, I mean in the base, that's when, you know, maybe going with a different strategy. Even if it's LavaLoon, you may have to do like a quad lava or a quint lava and do something like that. All right, so that's it, guys. Hope you guys, more people in our clan, can learn and get better from these videos, so we can continue doing, you know, even better on Town Hall 9s. All right. So talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys in the clan, and take care, man.